Hello everyone. So today in this video I'm going to talk about the nature of access property. In our previous videos we had discussed access properties in detail. हमने बहुत सारे derivations भी solve किए related to access properties and we also discussed activity models and हमने numerical questions solve किए based on activity and based on access properties. So today we are going to look at the nature of access property कि क्या कैसा nature होता है and the most important thing how does one can obtain access property if I have ideal solution and I want to quantify the thermodynamic property of non-ideal solution, then we need to we need the information of access property, right? Of course, अगर मेरे पास ideal solution है, we know that what is access property. Access property for any for any proper thermodynamic property, we can define access property by m real minus ideal solution. If I have ideal solution, information about the ideal solution, and I want to know the thermodynamic properties of non-ideal solution, so of course मुझे क्या चाहिए? Access property, right? So access property जो information है in chemical engineering and chemical engineering processes, we usually consider Gibbs free energy as a generating function. So here we are interested into the excess Gibbs free energy. So we are interested only into excess Gibbs free energy, and excess Gibbs free energy, this we can get from the experimental data, usually from the vapor liquid equilibrium. So experiments VLE, and we also want HE, which is the excess enthalpy, and excess enthalpy कहाँ से मिलेगा? Experiments of mixing. So mixing experiments से आपको क्या मिलेगा? The data for HE. Now we know that GE is equals to HE minus TSE, and once you know GE and HE, you can, this is SE, excess entropy. So SE is equals to difference of an excess enthalpy and excess Gibbs free energy over T. Now let's we have binary solution. To understand the nature of this, so we have binary solution. So in the binary solution, what we have two components, and the composition mole fractions of two component is denoted by x1 and x2. So M, which is any thermodynamic property, so M, if x1 tends to 0, right? If x1 tends to 0, then there will be only M2, which is a pure component, right? And M, which is any thermodynamic, again any thermodynamic property, x1 tends to 1, then we have M1, which is also pure component. Now in case of ideal solution, again if you put limit, this is the limit, okay, if you put limit x1 tends to 1, then we will have M1, which is pure component, and so on. So when you put into this access property for pure component, क्या आएगा? हमेशा 0 आएगा, because M1 माइनस आइडियल के लिए भी अगर प्योर कंपोनेंट है तो M1 होगा, एंड रियल के लिए भी if it is a pure component then M1 होगा. So if you put into this M1 minus M1, so excess property for pure component is equal to 0, right? ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है. Now to understand the nature of excess Gibbs free energy, so कैसे आप understand करोगे? Let's draw the graph with respect to composition. Okay, so we have on x-axis we have x1 and here we have GE. Okay, so axis gives free energy. It can be यहाँ पर x1 is equals to 0, two limits हैं, x1 is equals to 0 and x1 is equals to 1. We have two limits and GE axis gives free energy can be greater than or it can be lesser than. कुछ भी हो सकता है, ये ज़्यादा भी हो सकती है और axis gives free energy lesser भी हो सकती है from 0. Line at this point your axis gives free energy is 0 and now it is greater than 0 and it is lesser than 0. That means it shows positive deviation and it is also shows the negative deviation. Okay, and यहाँ पर आपको क्या ऑब्जर्व करने की जरूरत है कि एक्सेस गिव्स फ्री एनर्जी फॉर द प्योर कंपोनेंट क्या दिख रहा है आपको, कहाँ जा रही है वो, इट टेंड्स टूवर्ड्स इट्स गोइंग टू बी 0. नाउ लेट्स डिस्कस द एक्सेस एंथैल्पी in relation with axis gives free energy. And here the one more thing, that the shape of axis gives free energy, it is in parabolic shape. Most of the cases it observes that the shape of this curve is parabolic. So now, so here we have x1 is 0 at this point, x1 is 1 at this point. Here we have GE and we also have, because HE का relation GE के साथ, तो क्या relation होगा HE का with G with respect to G. So HE it can be greater than axis gives free energy, it can be lesser than axis gives free energy. So let's take, if this is your gives free energy curve, right? This is the gives free energy red जो curve है, that is for axis gives free energy. So it can be greater than and it can be lesser than. And for the sum of the composition, it shows the positive deviation, and other composition it shows the negative deviation. So you can see over here, axis gives free axis enthalpy with respect to axis gives free energy, it shows the lots of variation. आप यहाँ पर देख रहे हो बहुत सारे variations दिख रहे हैं जब आप axis enthalpy को draw कर रहे हो with respect to axis gives free energy. Once we know axis enthalpy and axis gives free energy, of course we know that for the pure component axis properties are 0. In between you will get the variations, lots of variation of axis enthalpy with respect to axis gives free energy. And once you know the both the properties axis enthalpy and axis gives free energy, then axis entropy has to be obey the difference between the axis enthalpy and axis gives free energy. So with this relation you can get the axis entropy. And once you get all these thermodynamic properties, the values of all these thermodynamic properties, of course we will able to understand the behavior of solution, and this will also help to understand the deviation, कि कितना deviate हो रहा है आपका real solution from the ideality. So hopefully you will be able to understand the nature of axis property. Thank you.